Hi everyone. It has been the longest time since I've talked to you guys. If you can't tell, I'm a little sick right now. Um, let's see. I am recording this on my laptop again. Um, Life has just been a little crazy. Let's see. I think the last time I uploaded a video was August maybe. Um, School's been going great. Right now currently I'm a senior. I have like a 95 average. I am just going great. I was in my senior play. Well, I wasn't really. I was the backstage crew for it. So I got to do that. And then I pretty much we had our skating season which lasted from November through I don't know. November no, it was October. I think it was like October, I don't know, 20th through just last week where we got done. That went great. I participated in our upper level synchro program, which was fun. A little hard because I was the lowest level. I think the highest level she was a junior skater, meaning she had passed her junior freestyle and her junior uh, moves in the field. But I like less than a year before that, I had passed my um, preliminary moves in the field and my pre freestyle. So I was the lowest out of everyone. Um, let's see. I'm trying to think. What else has happened? I've gone through hell and back. Like, like it's unbelievable that what's happened in the last 6 months. Like 6 months ago, I don't know. I was happy in a relationship and felt like it was all good, no one needs to know anything, that kind of stuff. And then after, I think it was like less than 2 weeks after that, I broke up with the guy because people were spreading rumors about me and him, and I was just like, I can't handle that right now. I had too much going on. It was, you know, 6 months after my grandmother had died, and it was not cool. Um, what else? Then I met a guy that he was great. His name I'm not gonna divulge because it's pointless. That lasted for 2 weeks, which we started dating like November 9th or something like that. So I waited a month and 2 days after I broke up with the other guy to date this guy. Um, and I said a month and 2 days, right? Yeah, I hope I did. Um, and then that lasted for 2 weeks, and then he proceeded to break up with me the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Then he ended up moving on to a girl who lived in the local town next door, and I never quite moved on. Then like less than a month went by. Maybe it was about 20 days went by, and he asked me to go to my first hockey game with him. I went to that. It was awesome. It was his, what would have been, because he broke up with the other girl, or she broke up with him, I should say, and she was, I don't know. I don't know the whole story. I was like, okay, I'll go to the hockey game with you. Why not, I have nothing better to do, and right now I feel like crap. So, um, so I went to the hockey game with him. Then we ended up getting back together for just shy of a month. It was like 2 days shy of a month. Then he broke up with me again. Um, then about 3 weeks later, um, he started talking to me again, and surprisingly enough, he did ask me back out, but then he took back his offer because he had fallen in love with another girl who happens to have a boyfriend, which I find sort of sad, but it's his choice, so I can't really take that away from him. Um, what else has happened? Pat, my little sister, she competed in the Empire State Games with my little brother. My little brother got second out of 2, but he was competing as a, I want to call it, I want to call it basic level, so basic, but they didn't compete by level, they just competed as a basic, and he got 2 out of 2, which isn't bad, since, he was supposed to compete out of 4. One kid dropped, and another kid didn't show up, so there was only 2 left. So, yeah, he got second place, which I think he did fantastic, because, you know, it's been a while since they've competed. It's been over a month. That was Gabe's first competition of the season on top of it. Let's see, what else? Pat got 4th out of 7. It was a 3-way tie for 3rd, which I find sort of weird because they broke three-way tie and just gave her 4th. What else? I don't know. It's been so long. It feels like just day by day I'm taking it right now. Like, I'm so sick right now that, like, it's all in my chest, and I know I'm not supposed to be stuffing and just everything. Like, even though I have still perfect attendance, I keep on going to school, I have a 95 average, I feel like I've done great. Like, my art, I keep on improving on. My academics, I'm just improving on. Right this semester for school, I'm only taking 5 classes, sort of. I'm taking economics, which is only a half-year course. I'm taking gym, which is every other day, pretty much for half a year. I'm taking art, which is every day for half a year. And I'm taking English, which is every day I'm supposed to take it for a full year. So this is my second half of a full year. And then I'm taking Spanish 5, which is a college level class offered through St. Lawrence University that I'm taking. I'm not too happy because since I did a last video, I've gone to take my licensing exam twice. And in New York, we have our permit test and then we have our license test, and our permit test is the written test. And then our license test is the driving part of the test. And the first time I went to take it was in August. And, I just totally, like, bombed it. Like, I think I got a 10 on it, which is ridiculous. And then I went and took it again the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And the guy proceeded to tell me that I couldn't take it because my 5-hour exam that I had to take was expired. And then, sorry. Then, I went to take it again, I want to say, I don't know, January 9th. And I failed because of the parallel parking, and which sort of confused me because the woman told me I couldn't turn around when doing my K-turn, but then she proceeded to tell me that I failed because I wasn't checking my blind spots, which I thought when you turn around, like, to check behind you, like with putting your arm on the back of the passenger seat and looking behind you, it was checking your blind spots, but I don't know. So I'm gonna wait until spring. I've just sort of been practicing at the moment. That's about it. What else has gone on? In a month, in less than a month, it'll be the 1-year anniversary of my grandma's death, which I'm not too happy about, because in a month, it'll be exactly a month. It'll be the day the day we had her funeral, which is, I find it sort of really sad because She went into a nursing home on March 18th, which was 6 months after my 16th birthday. Then about, I want to say, it was maybe 11 months. I think it was like 11 months and 2 weeks after they put her into the nursing home. She went in for a physical exam, and she was in the nursing home because she had stage 4 Alzheimer's, pretty much, so her body was just so gone. But they did a physical on her, and she had cancer in her lungs, and at that point there was nothing no one could do, because the doctor gave her like 4 weeks almost, and it would have been a miracle if she lived to be in 4 weeks. And because they're like, you can't put down somebody who, you can't murder them, pretty much, which I find sort of sad, because the way she was just so, she didn't know what was going on, and she was in so much pain, and like, you could see that she just was gone. Like, she didn't know who I was, she didn't know who anybody was. The only one she knew was my dad. And it was just so sad, and like, we couldn't do anything. And like, the day she died, we ended up finding out that one of my skating coaches, the one who runs the program for the winter, her mother had died like 4 hours after my grandmother had died. So, as my dad put it, they were walking into heaven together as friends, because I guess when my grandmother was younger and when my dad was little, so maybe when she was in her 30s, her and my skating coach's mother were like, they knew each other from having to work with each other on town things and things like that. So it, like, the last couple of months has been crazy as hell. Like, I've done everything I possibly can to, deal with it. Hi, sorry for letting everything cut out. I just, stupid stuff has been happening. Like, I just had to clean my room, and I had to do some other things. Let's see. I'll add pictures of some of the stuff we got to do, and maybe a little bit of video segment or whatever at the end of this, if I can, if there's enough time. I guess I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay, bye.